Welcome to the second video of the section 2.1 2.2 note sheets. Let's consider the stem and leaf plot above. Notice our stem consists of the numbers 11 through 15, and then we have the leaf. Part A asks us, what is the highest number represented in this chart? We'll go down the stem to 15 and over through the leaf to 86. So our answer would be, the highest number would be 1,586. For part B, we're asked, what is the lowest number in this chart? The lowest number in the stem is 11, and in the leaf is 24. So our answer for part B will be, the lowest number is 1,124. Next, we're asked, why are there no leaves for 14? And this pretty much means that there are no numbers in this set that fall between 1,400 and 1,499 inclusively. Part D asks us, why is 36 listed twice in the stem 11 line? And this is where they're referring to here. And what that means is that the number 1,136 occurs twice in this set of data. Moving on, we'll discuss line graphs. The line graph consists of a horizontal axis, which we often call the x-axis, and the vertical axis, which we call usually the y-axis. It's important to label both of your axes to describe what they represent, as well as their scale. Let's take a look at example 3 below. This particular line graph is called a time series graph. Notice that our x-axis is labeled with time. In other words, the number of years since 1800. And we jump in increments of 20 years. Our y-axis is the population, and it goes from 200 million until about 1.6 billion. The countries, Russia, Nigeria, USA, China, and India, are represented in various colors. If we are asked to find the population of the USA in, say, 1960, we'll notice USA is this green color. 1960 appears here on the x-axis, so we can see that the population is maybe just under 200 million. If we are asked for India's population in 2000, India is this top line here, and in the year of 2000, it looks like their population is somewhere between 1.2 and 1.4 billion, probably a little bit closer, maybe to 1.25 billion. So this would be an example of a certain type of line graph, more specifically, a time series graph. Moving on to the next page, we'll discuss bar graphs. The bar graph is made up of rectangular boxes. Notice that the boxes in this example, they do not touch. In a bar graph, the boxes do not touch. In this case, the bars are displayed vertically, but they could also be displayed horizontally in some graphs. If we take a look at this example here of the sample of high school students that are asked what their favorite class is, letter A asks us how many students were surveyed. The way we do this is, if you take a look at English, notice that 4 students say that English is their favorite class. I can see this because the bar reaches up to the number 4, the line that's represented by the number 4. Whereas in math, if we move over to math here, notice 3 students mention math is their favorite class. In physics, 2 students. In history, 5. In gym, certainly looks like the most favorite in terms of these students, 7. And in foreign language, it looks like 2. To answer letter A, we would add up all of these numbers and we would arrive with 23 students were surveyed as our answer. For letter B, how many students said math was their favorite class? And we can see that 3 students answered this. What percentage of students said math was their favorite class? So in this case, the number of students that answered math was 3. The total number of students was 23. Now let's remember here that a fraction means we can divide. Top divided by bottom. So what we're going to do is take the top number, divide it by the bottom, and since this question asks for a percentage, we're going to take that number and multiply it by 100. And that will give us about 13%. Not exact, but about. The next question is similar. What percentage of students said STEM? A STEM class was their favorite class. That means science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. All right, so let's take a look at our STEM classes. We have math, that's 3. We have physics, and that's 2. So that means 5 students replied that STEM was their favorite, but the question doesn't ask for how many, the question asks for what percentage. So 5 divided by the total, 23, which would give us about 0.21, but since we want a percentage, we're going to multiply that by 100. And we will approximately get 21.74%. This concludes the second video for the 2.1, 2.2 note sheets. I will see you shortly for the third video.